Hi there. This is Father Bramwell. This is the homily for the fifth Sunday of Lent in 2023. And now in the readings, we get to the real core of the issue. And this is all about life rather than death. And so we start with the reading from Ezekiel. O my people, I will open your graves and have you rise from them. And, this is important too, bring you back to the land of Israel. So in other words, it's God who's going to have to do something if anything is going to get done. Human beings have all these ways of trying to counter death, anyway from putting their names on buildings or accumulating massive wealth, all these fantasies of security, all of which just simply collapse in the face of the fact that we will die. And so here is God taking the initiative and saying, hang on a second, I can sort that out for you. Of course, you've got to actually be faithful. That's the problem, but I can sort that out for you. And so here I will put my spirit in you that you may live. And don't forget, this is a reference to the spirit that is breathed into the nostrils of Adam. It is also the spirit that in the future will become the spirit that is shown to be in Jesus Christ, and also the Spirit that is working within the church. So there you have it in a nutshell where we're going. Now the psalm, with the Lord there is mercy and fullness of redemption. The Lord is like this. He is merciful. He is redemptive. And consequently, because he is like this, we will experience the joys of rising from the dead, and in Ezekiel's words, going back to Israel. And this attachment, this image of attachment to the land, is the key here, because God actually wants, in this case, the Israelites, to have a secure place to worship. And this is important. We are going to have a secure place to worship in Jesus Christ, which means it doesn't matter which country we're in. It doesn't matter how oppressive the regime is that we are living under. The hostility against Catholics in this country, the hostility against Catholics in China, for example, are only different degrees of the same thing. So here the psalmist is saying, look, this is the very quality of the God that we serve. He is merciful. He is redemptive. Okay, moving on. There's obviously a lot more that we can't deal with here. The second reading is a little piece of the letter to the Romans from St. Paul, and he starts out, and again this is inserted probably because of the power of the image. Those who are in the flesh cannot please God. In other words, those who are obsessed with fleshly things, sensuality, wealth, etc., etc., all of these things just simply don't open us up to God. They block, in fact, our way to reach God and to please Him. Now he picks up the other side of things, and that is if we live in the Spirit, and don't forget we have that wonderful prayer today being the solemnity of the Annunciation, my soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord. My soul, my spirit, if I am merry, that's the way my soul operates, to rejoice in God, to celebrate God. And Paul then, in his reading, says, if the Spirit of the one who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, then he will give life to your mortal bodies also. And there we have the roots of the doctrine of the rising of human beings as complete body and spirit. All right, finally we come to the gospel, and this is a piece from Gospel of St. John, as it is on all major feasts, solemnities, and so forth. And you'll notice how John reappears again and again and again through the rest of Lent, and particularly into Holy Week. And here it is the story of the raising of Lazarus. We are presented, there's simply no other way to take it except to sit and watch it happen. Lazarus is raised from the dead by Jesus Christ, and yet it is certified by the signs. Oh, it's 4 days, Lord, he will smell, and so forth. All of this has to do with the fact that this Lord, Jesus Christ, is the only one who can handle death. And of course, we know where the celebration of Lent is going. We're going to see this one himself die and 3 days later rise from the dead. And that should give us enormous hope. Thank you so much.